Hey everybody. So today is Friday. It is December 11th and we are going to do lesson 14 in our phonics today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are on lesson 14 in unit 3. So we're going to do things a little bit differently today. We're not doing our sound scientists today. We're going to do some mix it up. You guys remember when we had the bowl and we said, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. You guys remember that? No? Okay, well, we are going to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to say a word, and then I want you to say the word, and then I'm going to tell you what to change with the word, and then we're going to figure out what the new word's going to be, okay? All right, so here's an example. So I would say swing, and then you guys say swing. And then I'm going to say, now say swing without w. What's the new word? And you would say sing. Very good. So it would be sing. All right, you guys ready? All right, so the first word is screech. Screech. Probably shouldn't do that, should I? So now say screech without the scr. What's the new word? It is reach. Very good. All right, our next word is cry. Cry. Now say cry with a instead of k. The word is cry. Very good. The next word is cloud. Let's say cloud. Cloud. All right, now I want you to say cloud, but I want you to change the ul to instead of cloud, you would have crowd. The new word is crowd. Very good. All right, our next word is sheep. Let's say sheep. All right, I want you to take off the p part. So you just have the word she. Good. The next word is force. Say force. Force. All right, I want you to say it without the s part. So it would just be 4. And I'm going to need to pause for just a second so I can go plug my computer in. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Oops. What happened there? Let's see, we've done screech and cry and cloud and sheep and force. Okay, so the next word is hymn. Hymn. Say hymn with me. So now we're going to change the I to a. What's the new word? It is ham. Good. The next word is planned. Planned. We're going to take off the d part. So the new word is plan. Good. The next word is scare. Scare. And we're going to take off the, we're going to change the k to a p. So it's going to be spare. The new word is spare. Oops, and I forgot to change that one. I'm going to go fix that right now. So that should be spare. You guys get to sit here and watch me do this. Hold on one second. You know what? It's on there twice. Got ahead of myself, didn't I? Oh, I'll just fix it right now. There we go. All fixed. Watch this, guys. Well, I can't move this. There, move, exit, and fix it. Oh, it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. Ta-da! It's gone. Okay. Our next one is skip. Skip. We're going to take off the k. We're going to take out the k sound. So now the word is just sip. Very good. All right, and our last word is the word spike. Spike. And we're going to take the I sound and make it say E. Eek. The new word is speak. Very good. Okay. So we've got we're not going to do sentences today. We're just going to look at the word and break it apart by sound, okay? Our first word is web. How many sounds are in the word web? We have 3 sounds. We have w-eb, w-eb. We are going to take this last final consonant and we are going to change it into n. So now we have w-n, w-n. The new word on the curve is when. All right, the next word is toad. Toad. How many sounds are in the word toad? We have 3 sounds. We have t-o, t-ode. We're going to change the final consonant sound to n. So we have t-own, t-own. The new word on the curve is tone. Good. Our next word is jet. Jet. How many sounds are in the word jet? We have 3 sounds. We have j-et, j-et. Very good. We're going to take this final consonant sound and we're going to change it to j-em, j-em. The new word on the curve is what? That's right. It's gem, like a diamond or a sapphire or a ruby or an emerald. The next word is thin. Thin. How many sounds are in the word thin? We have 3 sounds. We have n, n. We're going to change this final consonant sound to ick, ick. Good. So what is the new word on the curve? It is thick. Very good. Our next word is note. Notes. How many sounds are in the word note, guys? We have 3 sounds. We have n-oat, n-oat. Good. We're going to take this final consonant sound and we're going to change it to n-o's, n-o's. What's the new word on the curve, guys? It is the word nose. Very good. Our next word is the word soon. Soon. How many sounds are in the word soon? Soon. We have 3 sounds in the word soon. We have soon. Soon. Good. We are going to take this final consonant sound of n and change it to t, oot, oot. What's the new word on the curve? It is suit. Good. We have the next word is weave. Weave, not like we have, but like weave, like you weave something that you can, like you weave a basket. How many sounds are in the word weave? We have 3 sounds. We have w-eve, w-eve. We're going to take this final consonant sound and we're going to change it to k. So we have w-eek, w-eek. So the new word is week. Good. All right, we have the word mood. Mood. How many sounds are in the word mood? We have 3 sounds. We have m, ood, ood. We're going to take this final consonant sound and we're going to change it to oos, oos. What's the new word on the curve, guys? It is moose. All right, our last word is, oh, that was the last word. Oops. I was thinking there was one more. All right, so the next thing we have is our spoonerism. And our spoonerism says fun. Hold on. Fun so oh my gosh, I can't say it. Hold on. Let me untwist my tongue. Oh. Fun so rest. That one was hard. Why was that so hard? Fun so rest. Fun so rest. How about that? I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Everything is funny. Okay, let me show it to you. Fun so rest. What should that really say, guys? It should. Okay, I think I'm fine now. I don't know why that was so funny, but I couldn't stop laughing. So, your spoonerism is fun so rest, and it's supposed to say run so fast. Okay, our learning targets for today are I can identify proper and common nouns in a sentence. I can correct capitalization and punctuation in sentences. And I can partner read the story, The Soccer Twins Part 1, which of course we can't partner read, but we are going to read it. Okay, so is something new that we're going to do today. We're going to unscramble some sentences. Okay, but not like we have been doing on the board. It's a little different. And so after we do this activity, we're going to identify the common and the proper nouns in the sentence. Oh, and I left them on my table. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so our first sentence. I need to switch my camera so you can see it. Okay. We have the word swimming. This is kind of weird. I have to do this upside down. We have a period. Pam. Oh, you can't see that, can you? There we go. Pam. Would like. Here's the word to. Team. On. And be. And you know what? I think there might be a letter missing. We'll have to wait and see. So we're going to unscramble this sentence. Okay. What do we need to find first? We need to find the capital letter in the word. Which word has capital letter? There we go. That's better. So the word that has a capital letter is the word Pam. So that means Pam is going to be our first word in the sentence. Okay. And what do we know is going to go at the very end of our sentence? Well, we know the punctuation goes at the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and put it at the end. Okay. So Pam, well, that's our subject. We need to have a verb. Which one of these is a verb or something that would be an action? Well, swimming is an action, but Pam swimming, does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. So it can't be That can't be the verb. We know like is a verb. Pam like. Does that sound right? That doesn't sound right to me. It would be Pam likes, but there's no S there, so it can't be that word either. What about the word would? Pam would. Ooh, what about Pam would like? How about that? Does that sound good? Pam would like what? How about 2? Pam would like 2. Ooh, you guys see what's going on here? Pam would like to be on, and you know what? I was right. There is a missing word. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make, what do you think the word should be? Let's use this as a teaching moment, guys. So Pam would like to be on, and then we have the word swimming and team left. What would the last 2 words be? I would think swimming team. Pam would like to be on swimming team. What should go here? It should be the word a. Pam would like to be on a swimming. Oops, just knocked over a word. Okay, Pam would like to be on a swimming team. That sounds good, right? Okay. So now let's look and see which one of those words is a noun. Which word is a noun? Well, we know a noun is a person, place, or thing. Are there any people in this sentence? Yeah, we know Pam is a person, so that's a noun. Can you see of any other people, places, or things? A team is a thing. I think our nouns are Pam and team. Between Pam and team, are there any common nouns or what's common? I think the word team is common. Why is Pam not a common noun? Why is it a proper noun? Because it's someone's name. It's a specific person. It's not just the girl, it's Pam. Pam is a specific person, so she is a proper noun. All right, we got one more sentence. I think all the words are with this one, though. Okay, so we have period. We have the word Bill, plays, sister, is, on, tricks. So those are our words. We have Bill, play, on, tricks, and sister, and his. Okay, so let's look for the capital letter. We know the capital letter comes first. Which word has the capital letter? It is Bill, so Bill's going to go first. Okay, what does Bill do? Which word of these is an action? His is not an action. On is not an action. Tricks could be an action. Bill tricks. Doesn't really sound right. Sister is not an action. Plays. Is plays an action? Plays is an action. So let's say Bill plays. What does Bill play? Does he play his? Bill plays his. Bill plays on. Bill plays tricks. That sounds good. Bill plays tricks. So now we have his, on, and sister. What do you think it should say? Bill plays tricks on his sister, and a period at the end. How does that sound? Let's say that sentence together. Bill plays tricks on his sister. Very good. Which one of those is a noun, guys? How many nouns do we have in this sentence? I see three nouns. I have three nouns. What is the pronoun of this sentence? It is Bill, because Bill is a specific person. When a place is an action, that can't be it. So we have 4 words left. Which of these 4 words is a noun? Tricks is a thing. Good. And sister is a person. Are those 2 nouns common or proper? They are common. That's right. Very good, guys. Put those back in my little baggie. Right. I'm gonna switch my camera back. All right, nice work. Okay, turn off this bright light. It helps to be able to see the things with the document camera, but it's really bright. Okay, so we are going to look at some more sentences. We're going to work on capitalization. Does anything look wrong in this sentence? Pat and I had fun on the airplane. What looks wrong with that? We need to capitalize the word I anytime it is by itself. So anytime you see the letter I on its own, like right here, you have to capitalize it, okay? It's a proper noun. So Pat and I had fun on the airplane. The word I needs to be capitalized. So remember, a person, place, or thing is a common noun. Any person, place, or thing. But a proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing, and they always have a capital letter. And just like our examples yesterday, instead of soda, you would have Pepsi. Instead of girl, you have Jane. And instead of building, you have the Empire State Building. So I am going to say some common nouns out loud to you. And then we're going to come up with some proper nouns to replace the common nouns. So remember, if you're going to write these words, the proper noun begins with a capital letter. So here, look at our example. We have a boy, but the proper noun is Jack, and his name is capitalized. Okay, so same thing. We have boy is the common noun. The proper noun would be, for the one we just did, would be the word Jack. All right, so we have the word principal, like the principal of your school. Well, the principal of my school is Miss Couples, so I would capitalize her name. You know what? I'm going to show you. This is going to be a little difficult going back and forth like this, but I'm going to do it. Hold on. Go get my board, and then I had to clean it off. And now it's wet, and I got to dry it. Okay. So the principal at my school at Fairview is Miss Couples. So not only do I need to capitalize her actual name, the C in Couples, but I have to capitalize the M also because that's her title. Right. So the next one is a school. The common noun is school because we could be talking about any school in the whole wide world. But if we're talking about my school, it's Fairview Elementary, and the F and the E have to be capitalized because it's the name of a specific school. Okay, we have the word street, and there's an example already on the bottom of Main Street as a proper noun. The day. Day is a common noun. There are 7 different days of the week. But when you want to talk about a specific day, like what day of the week is today? Today is Friday, and you have to capitalize it, okay? What about the month? Any month, we could be talking about any of the 12 months. But if we want to talk about this month, it is December, and we have to capitalize it because you are talking about a specific month out of the year. All right, so we're going to edit some sentences together on the board or on our screen. So remember, you need to take note or to notice the correct capitalization and punctuation. And you guys are going to tell me which ones are common nouns and which are proper nouns. So here's the sentence. David and I did a fine job on the painting. What needs to be capitalized here? Well, we talked about that word I, right? What should we do to the word I? It needs to be capitalized. What about the first letter of a sentence? And it's someone's name, so it also needs to be capitalized. Good. What goes at the end of a sentence, guys? We need to have punctuation. We need to have a period there. So what are the nouns in this sentence? Which one is the common noun in this sentence? David is a specific person, so that is not a common noun. He is a proper noun. But there's one word in here that is a common noun. What is that? It is painting. Good. So David was the proper noun, and painting is the common noun, and we capitalized David and I, and we added a period at the end. All right. Did Jim hand out snacks? Asked Jane. What is the common and proper nouns in that sentence? Okay, so we know that snacks is a thing, Jim is a person, and Jane is the person. Which ones are common and which ones are proper? So Jim is proper because he's a person, Jane is proper because she's a person, and snacks is common. What do we need else we need to do? Like, are there any capitalization problems or punctuation problems? What should we fix? So we need to capitalize the D because it's the first word of a sentence. We have to capitalize the J because it's his name. We have to capitalize the J in Jane because it's her name. We have to have a period at the end of the sentence, but there's a sentence within the sentence. Someone is asking, did Jim hand out snacks? What should go around what Jane said? We need to add in some quotation marks and a question mark because she asked a question. Now you can't really see it. It's right there behind the blue oval, but you can tell there's a period there. So we put quotation marks around what Jane said. Did Jim hand out snacks? We capitalized the D at the beginning of the sentence. We capitalized the J in Jim and Jay and Jane because they are proper nouns. We added a question mark at the end of Jane's question and a period at the end of the whole sentence. All right, so you have a worksheet to do tonight. It's a worksheet 14.1. So you are going to read the sentences, and then you are going to figure out what is wrong with the sentence. So the directions say, have students rewrite the sentences with correct punctuation and capitalization. They should box the common nouns and circle the proper nouns. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of hard to rewrite the sentence until you know what needs to be capitalized. So let's do our boxes and our circles first. So we're going to put a box around common nouns. I think the word game is a common noun because it's a thing. I'm going to put a box around it. Okay. Now, I know Beth is a proper noun because it's a person. So I am a person. So I'm going to put a box or a circle around that. Okay, let's see. Now there's one more, and it's a little key. I'm glad I'm helping you with this one. The word places is a common noun because if you say I had to switch, well, what did you switch? The what you're switching is a thing. So places is a noun in this sentence. So now I'm going to retype the sentence with correct punctuation. So Beth is a proper noun, so Beth needs to be capitalized. I am a proper noun, so I need to be capitalized. What goes at the end of a sentence? A period. Very good. Okay. So you are going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, I'll give you a clue. 2 and 3 need quotation marks because it said David and Jean said. It's said. Someone's saying it, so you need quotation marks. So you're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then down here, you're going to tell me if it's a common noun or a proper noun, okay? So if it's a common noun, you can just put CN, okay? I'll mark that on here. If it's a common noun, you can just put CN. If it's a proper noun, you have to fix it. Like Beth needs to have a capital B. So let's look at number 1 together. The word is Jane. Is Jane a common noun or a proper noun? It's a proper noun. So what do we need to do to that J? We need to fix it. So when I put my thing here, I need to put a capital J for Jane. All right, the next word is shop. Is shop a common noun or a proper noun? It's a common noun. So we're just going to put CN. Main Street. Is Main Street a common noun or a proper noun? Well, it's telling me the name of a specific street, not just the street down the road. So it is a proper noun. So we need to put it with capital letters, the M and the S. Okay. So I want you guys to do the rest of these on your own. So for your worksheet today, you're going to do sentences 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to answer 4 through 12 on the next sheet. Okay. Okay. So it is time for our story, The Soccer Twins, part 1. I am actually having to do a reading group right now, though, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to pause our video, and then I will come back as soon as I'm done with my reading group, okay? I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, reading group's over. Okay, so we were talking about your work for today. You know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do number 2 with you so you can see what I'm talking about the quotation marks, okay? So number 2 says, I am making a paper plane, said David. Well, what are the common nouns? Are there any things or places in that sentence? The word plane is a thing, okay? So we need to put a box around plane. Now, paper is a thing, but why would we not put it on this one as a thing? In this sentence, the word paper is being used to describe the plane. It's not talking about a piece of paper. It's using it to describe what kind of plane it is. Are there any proper nouns in this sentence? Are there any people? There are some people. I am a person. Who else is a person in this sentence? David. Very good. Let me undo that. All right, so that means the ones with the ovals get capitalized, okay? I think I'm gonna make it a color so you can see it better. I don't want red though. Let's do blue. Okay, so now this is something that David is saying. What goes around what people say? Quotation marks go around what a person says. I am making a paper plane. And then we put quotation marks again. Said David. And what goes at the end of a sentence? A period. Very good. So we have to mark what he's saying. I am making a paper plane. Is what he said. We don't put the quotation marks around said David. Okay. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make this a different color too. All right. So you are going to do 3, 4, and 5, and then the rest of the second page. Okay. So let's go back to our story. It's time to read our new story, The Soccer Twins, Part 1. Okay. So this story is about 2 girls who were on a soccer team. So before we start, we're going to talk about what we already know about soccer and maybe what you want to learn about soccer from this story. So let's look at what we know about soccer already. Let's see. All right, so one thing that I know about soccer is that you can't use your hands. Can't use only your feet unless you're the goalie or unless you're throwing the ball in from the sideline. But typically you can only use your feet, okay? What are some other things that you guys know about soccer? It's played on a big field. Okay. Anything else you guys know about soccer? Anything else? I know that the ball is black and white. Not always though, is it? It's not always. So the ball, I don't want to put that because that's not like that. Every ball is not black and white. So we can't put that because it's not true for everything. So I know there are 11 players on each team on the field at one time. Okay. I know you have to kick the ball in the goal to score. To score a point. Ooh, that's something else we can say. The points are called goals. Okay, can you guys think of anything else? I think that we know a lot about soccer. Okay. All right, so what is something that we wonder about with soccer? Well, I have one thing that I wonder about with soccer. Why can't you use your hands? Doesn't really make any sense to me. You guys think anything else that you might wonder about with soccer? Why is the field so big? It's huge. What else do you guys wonder about soccer? Why do you hit the ball with your head? Those are some wonders. If you guys think of any other wonders, let me know, okay? All right. So as we read our story today, we're going to keep going back to those two charts and fill in some information. All right. Once we read both parts, as we read both parts of the story. So let's preview some of our spelling that's going to be in our story. We have the A sound that is with AI spelling in the word explain. We have the sound in soccer. And then we have some multi-syllable words. We have princess, explain, and soccer. Very good. Okay. Some of our vocabulary that we need to go over. So the word mitt, there's a picture right there. It's a glove that the goalie uses so that they can get a better grip on the ball. Okay, and then there's the goalkeeper, and that is the player that plays in the goal. They're the ones that try to keep the ball from coming in. They're also called a keeper or a goalie. Goalkeeper. All right, so let's read to learn some things that we can add to our KWL chart. So if you want to write down some ideas, maybe on your whiteboard so that you can have them with you, that would be great. Okay, so we're going to read the story, The Soccer Twins, Part 1. So here's our cover page. All right, and here is our table of contents. The Soccer Twins, Part 1, starts on page 44. All right, The Soccer Twins, Part 1. I was standing on the sidelines while the Clark Bees got set to play their last soccer game of the year. The Clark team had racked up 16 wins without a loss. They had just one game left to play. They were getting set to play the Dickens Chargers. So here's a picture, and it says Les and Pat Pinker. Bet they're the twins. The Clark team has 2 team leaders this year who happen to be twin sisters. Their names are Les and Pat Pinker. As I stood on the sidelines, I spoke with the twins' dad, Ted Pinker. He was holding the Pinkers' dog, Princess, on a leash. Which one is Les? I asked. That one, said Ted Pinker, pointing. Ted Pinker explained that Les plays wing. Her job is to take shots on the goal. Les is a fast runner. She is good at passing the ball, too. Les came to the sidelines to visit with us. We shook hands. I asked her, let's say you could offer just one tip to kids who would like to be better at soccer. What would you tell them? Les said, I think I would tell them to get good at passing. If a team can't pass well, it will never get good shots on goal. You have to get so good at passing that you do not have to think what your feet are doing. You just sort of think, your feet just sort of think for themselves. Les petted Princess and ran off. I went to chat with her twin sister, Pat. Pat is the goalkeeper for the team. It's her job to stop shots and keep players from scoring the Clark goal. When we spotted her, Pat was slipping on mitts. She explained, "Without these mitts, my hands would get red. I would get blisters. Plus, the mitts help me get a grip on the ball." "What's the best tip for stopping a shot?" I asked. "Well," Pat said, "you need to have soft hands." "Soft hands?" I said. "You mean you have to use a lot of hand cream?" Pat grinned. "No, what I mean is that your hands need to bend back when the ball hits them. They need to bend so they can take the shock. If they don't bend, the ball will bounce off your hands and then you will have to get set to stop the next shot. It's better to catch the ball if you can, or knock it out of bounds." Just then, a buzzer went off. It was time for the big game. Oops, wrong thing. All right, so what is the setting of that story? Where are they? They're at a soccer field about to play a game, remember? Who are the characters? Well, the two characters that were playing soccer were Pat and Les. And then there was the dad. And then the narrator is the fourth character. The narrator is the person telling the story. And who is the narrator of the story? Do you guys remember this? Who is the person who wrote the whole book about these kids who excel? Does anybody remember his name? It's a long time ago, I know. His name was Mark Deeds. He is the person who wrote the stories about the kids in the magazine. So he is the narrator. And what is the plot of the story? So what is happening so far? Is the problem? Are there any solutions yet? Are there anything that's happening to lead to a solution? What's going on? Well, so far, there doesn't seem to be a problem. What we have read so far, we're being introduced to Pat and Les, and we are learning about their positions on the team and what their job is at that position. But we don't have a problem just yet. I wonder if we'll have one in the next part of the story. So let's go back to our KWL chart. Is there anything that you learned that you now know about soccer? I learned something, actually. I learned that you have to have soft hands to be a goalie. You guys think of anything else you learned? What about passing? What did Les say about passing? He said that passing is important to being able to score. All right, so those are two things that I learned from reading that story today. So let's go back to where we are on our worksheet. We got one more worksheet to do today. Okay, so this one, super easy. The directions say, ask your child, that would be you, to write one proper noun for each common noun. So that's part one, okay? So they have the word man, so they wrote Dan. If you have the word street, what's the name of a street? Well, we could write Broadway. Broadway's the name of a street. Teacher. Hello. You could write Miss Cooper. Ooh. Oh, for that is going the wrong direction, isn't it? Know what that's all about. All right, you get a name of a town. What town do you live in? State. What state do you live in? Day. The day of the week. Boy. Write the name of a boy. A shop or a store. Write the name of a shop or store. Okay. Then it says part 2. Ask your child, that's you, to look around at home and find one noun for each of the 3 categories. So a common noun, we have a thing, a place, and a person. And this is at your house, okay? And they've already done an example. They've done a fork as a thing, kitchen as a place in your house, and a man as a person. So you only have to do one more thing, one more place, and one more person. Common nouns, okay? Like if you're going to tell, don't give me your sister's name, just say sister. And then part 3 says, tell your child to look around at home and find a total of 5 objects or people that are proper nouns. So up here, if you say sister, but down here, you can say Jennifer, okay? Or whatever your sister or brother. So the example is Tyler. Okay, so things at your house that are proper nouns, objects or people that are proper nouns. Like here's an example. I'm sitting in my classroom and I see a proper noun. It's a Coke. So I would write Coke on my chart because it is a proper noun. It's not just a drink or a soda. It's a Diet Coke. No, that won't work. I could even use my phone, okay? Like I could say, it's not just a phone, it's a Samsung. So I could write Samsung, okay? If I have a marker, it's not just a marker, it's an Expo marker, okay? So you're going to come up with 5 things in your house, people or places or things that are proper nouns in, I'm sorry, not places, people or things in your house that are proper nouns. Okay. All right. So okay, remember on Monday, you were going to have a spelling test. We kind of got off track because of the snow day last week. But so you will have a spelling test on Monday. Remember your study weekend, please. And our learning targets for today were, I can identify proper and common nouns in a sentence. We did that. I can correct capitalization and punctuation in sentences. We did that. And we read the story, The Soccer Twins, Part 1. We did that. So we met all of our learning targets today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have lots of fun. It's supposed to be like in the 60s this weekend. It's going to be nice. So go outside and get some fresh air and sunshine. Okay. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.